You understand? And it's not everybody. Just because he has 6-pack, I have 7-pack, I have muscle, I have beard like the Bush near Newey Bridge. That means that you have to follow him. No. Some people might look like physically very attractive, but when you dig inside, they are empty vessels.
They'll be your downfall.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So sometimes you have to see, okay, that's why they're negotiables and non-negotiables. And you have to see, okay, is this the kind of person I want? Are these the things that I can kind of compromise on? Are these things that I can compromise on? Like there are going to be things that, which I call them semi-negotiables before, that maybe I don't really want it now, but it's not a big deal. Like Cassandra told us, like in our example, I'm glad she used a personal example that, she said that before she met her partner, she wasn't too into the person with a child. But when she met a partner, obviously, it became a semi-negotiable. Like, it's not a big deal. Everything's going well. You look at the person. Because she did the research, not like she went to go and ask for, but she looked and she did the study, and it worked. Don't just jump in. If the person said they don't want child, again, don't lie. Please. And unfortunately, I'm going to say to my guys, no, never they lie. Tell the children, or you don't want children. No, they lie. Hey, funny enough, I actually know that exact scenario. Someone that said, oh, yeah, I don't mind, but it's not, I don't want kids. The girl wanted just one. And the guy deep down, no one, just one. So it's like, come on, the girl don't get one. You can't depress the girl when I get second one.
Oh, no.
You understand? Don't lie. It's not the end of life. You will meet another person. Look, I just think like, in the beginning, it's infatuation, like, okay, the girl is nice, blah, 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 blah. When you guys start to date, you start to see other things. So the same way you are attracted to her, you see somebody that you're going to be attracted to her, you forget that one self. That one will become old school. Just tell yourself the truth and keep it like that.
But Igwe, what I will say as well, so if you don't mind, is I think I don't understand, maybe it's a generation thing, or it may not just be, but I don't understand why people feel the need to lie about things. Like, there are men out there, and this is not man bashing, but there are many men, I don't understand why men lie about their age. No, I really don't. And the thing is, it's like, you'll say they're 36, but really you're 42. Like, just be open and honest, like, with us women, so that we know what we're working with. Same way, you give someone some women, they portray that they live in this lifestyle of like, and you see them, they've got the long, however they do that fits themselves, okay? But then really you find out, no, you're not really living that lifestyle. You're actually, and there's nothing wrong with it. So, but they may be living at home, and then mother and father are actually taking care of things, and they're not this diva that they portrayed themselves to be. So, I think we're in an age now where people get caught up on filters, Instagram images, and that's the packaging that comes with it, but they don't want to take time to actually realize, look underneath the surface, and put that work in. Everyone wants things quick, snappy, like, instant gratification. Oh, just have arm candy. But like, you have to understand, after a while, this person may look a particular way, but when something happens in the house, can they fix it? Can this person help you? Like, there may be that person who may not look like the Instagram model, but if something happens to you, they've got your back. They're loyal, So I think maybe it's just in this day and age, men and women's perception of they want this perception of perfection, which doesn't exist, really.
A guy like, can you sound her, please? Can you give her a horn, please?
Instantly.
Thank you.
A guy like me, a guy like me one time. Why are you doing this?
Thank you, Marisha.
I do agree with what Lou just said, because nowadays people they just want that packaging of the perfect husband, perfect wife. But I think I read a post somewhere where it says pick the partner that you know in the long run they're gonna be there for you, especially at your bedside. Let's say you do fall ill. The girl that's gonna or the guy that's gonna be worrying about their packaging or their how to maintain their looks, they're not gonna be the one that's gonna sit there at your bedside morning, noon, and night, making sure that you're okay. So I do agree with what Lou is saying. I think it's more of a generational thing where this generation we just want quick fix. But back in the days, our parents, they look deep down in terms of the person's character. They're marrying their character, not just look-wise. I think there was a time where you made a statement during your live where some guys are commenting or that they're approaching you looking for a woman with big back and big front. Do you understand? Big back and big front, that's not going to be the woman that's going to help you when it comes to when you're at your lowest. But again, the generation, that's what I don't want to speak for all men, but that's what most men are looking for. And most women, we're looking for the hunk, tall, dark chocolate with all the muscle. But deep down, that's, again, I'm not bashing men, but that's not going to be not necessarily the person that's going to be able to look after you and your family if the worst was to happen. Do you get?
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
give
do
her
agree
horn,
with you, Lou.
give her horn, since you're selective horning.
Exactly. Tell him up. Enter him. Wait to do it for weeks. Fuck you, bro.
Manager deserves a horn.
No, she doesn't give that horn now. Let her finish. Land, please.
I've landed though. I've landed. I'm at the back. I've collected my baggage. I'm at the.
Horn.
You can go.
I'm cancelled already.
I received digital jumping. I got jumped.
You didn't get jumped.
I was jumped. Where is the other girl? Sandra. She has run away after jumping.
She's gone since.
Yeah, she's gone, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you know, it goes back to what we said, just what you guys saying, to what we said. I think I said in a previous session when I said that sometimes what we as individuals want here in the relationship is very unrealistic. You understand? And what we want, sometimes the characteristics we want or the personality we want is not in the body that we want. Sometimes you want a girl that goes to the gym, you know, the body tight, everything. She does this, she cooks, then she cooks and clean, and then she have 9 to 5 work. But there's only 24 hours in the day. There's only so much somebody can do before they die. You understand? And then you want all of this. It's very learned, very this, that to it. Must be this. Come on, I beg. Just cut it down small. Sometimes
it's not Build a Bear. It's not Build a Bear where you select all the characters you want in your wife. Now take what you can and manage the rest, honestly.
Life is managing, though. You manage the one that you know you can manage, the one you know you can't manage.
Honestly.
Oh, now you've started, Abby.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, was that for me?
I don't know.
Was that for me?
Malika, preach now.
No, but it is the truth though. Like we need to be realistic, because part of why I said many relationships don't work is because from this, like the foundation of the relationship was built on 1, unrealistic expectation, 2, lies, and 3, unattainable goals. Do you understand? Like I've seen, I know girls that say, oh, I think I gave example in a previous one of my friend who said, okay, she works, yeah. I don't want to say what work she does, but she makes a bastard amount, yeah. She is 34, yeah. She wants somebody, she makes close to 200K a year. She wants somebody who is older than her, who is like, in her word, I want somebody that's like Anthony Joshua. Yeah, in her word, does not mind. I want someone that's like Anthony Joshua, older than her, must make reasonably more than her, yeah, but can never have a child. Now, my thing is, let's be honest.
Tell her, wait, Jesus is coming soon. No wala. He's coming very soon. No wala.
Very, very soon. No.
That's like Anthony Joshua making over 200K. Considerably more. So let's say 250.
Yeah.
Over 34. So let's say like 35, 36. You don't want to pick it first to have child. Are you enemy of progress? Now, that's why I say it's already, you know, and sometimes the goal we set for people as well are actually unattainable.
Yeah.
I've heard of girls who say, "Oh, I want a guy that makes this amount of money, makes like I think you can attest this when I send this thing like, oh, what do you look for in a relation in your partner? Yeah, I've had girls who say, I want a guy who makes this amount of money, like so much money, let's say like 200K, and
they can't even
must be have time to with me, must be spend time with me at least. I'm like, what time is it? But it cannot be doing fraud. So
yeah.
like, let's keep it realistic and goals that we can attain. You understand? Because that is sometimes things that it is scatterbed and not in the right way. No, the right way we scatterbed in a good way. That we, but this is the very wrong way. You know, so like that's just what I'm saying to that. You know, just keep it realistic.
Can I ask, do you feel like it's that unrealistic expectation that forces a lot of guys to lie about who they are, what they are? You know, because guys always pander to what the girl they're looking for wants out of them.
See, I gave
100%.
you ask the right question. Yes.
100%.
And then when the truth comes out, the girl would then moan, "You sold me dreams." No, I sold you what you wanted. I gave you what you wanted to hear. I didn't sell you dreams. You wanted to hear that, and I told you that.
Remember in our first session, and some guys said certain things, and after I had a chat with the guys, and they said to me, "Okay, why they scatter? Why they quench our fire now?" You have to
remember.
Tell them what they want to hear. That's what they said to me. Like, okay, tell them what they want to hear, because if you tell them, if you keep doing what you're doing, this holy, you will die single. Tell them what they want to hear. When you catch them tomorrow, when you reach that level, you can jump that one. I said,
I think it depends on the girls that these guys are talking to. If you're going to like all these Gucci girls, you know, all permed and everything, then obviously you might want to like step up your game and lie in what you do. So I think it depends on what you want. If you're looking for someone you want to get married to, you need to know what you're going to look for, who you're looking for. Not this flashy things. But if that's your take, then you need to make sure that your pocket also meets that as well.
Yeah, I quite agree with Onye, because I was going to say, when guy lies, it's mostly the girl's fault. Yeah.
I think that's a bit of a different argument.
No. Wait. Let me land. I think it's mostly the
girl's fault. Yeah.
Girl's fault, because you guys just like, you know, sometimes some girls, right?
Jumping.
You sound like someone that's saying, because I cheated, it's your fault.
No. I think some girls still just want something themselves cannot even afford.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's unfair to push the blame on the girls.
I said some girls.
So now we're letting him land. When it was me, let him land.
I said some girls, and that's the reason why we guys, right? We can identify such people. I mean, and we know we don't have a future with them. We just lie to them. Some girls just lie to them. So
then that's your choice that you've decided to do that. Then it's not the
you
girl's
can't
fault.
blame it on the woman. If a woman came to you and wanting you to sell her dreams, you've got to take the responsibility as the guy that you are. You're a fully grown man. Why will a woman want to?
Meg.
But wait, hold on, Meki. You said that as men, you guys identify the girls that are like that.
I said yes.
You can identify some of the girls that are like that, right? So in you identifying that and knowing that, for me to be with this girl, I'll have to lie. So then you now go and pursue the girl, knowing full well that for you to be with that girl, you have to lie. You have now made that decision. You said that some of these guys can identify these girls. If they identify them, then really sense should be telling them stay away from the chick because I don't want to be a liar.
And then you then put it on top. How's that my problem? How's that my problem? With the greatest respect, I think is, and I'm not saying this on you at all, is a very coward statement to say. But that's the fact. No, it's a fact for you. I come from a family of 4 guys. It's not a fact for them. So it's a fact for you. You can't say because a woman wants you to sell her dreams, it's her fault that I'm selling her dreams. No, take accountability for yourself. Present yourself as you are and as you want to be taken. Regardless if she's a materialistic girl, it's not your place to then lie to her and then blame her for lying to her. Tell her, this is me. This is the plate I'm willing to serve you. Are you willing to eat? If you're willing to eat, let's eat. If you don't want to eat, bounce. You can't then say, I'm giving you fake plate, for you to then say, it's your fault I've given you fake plate.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to disrespect you, but it's a very coward statement to make. Honestly.
I think Onyi said something that's important. Like she said that if you're gonna deal with those girls, those Gucci girls that are flashy, you need to make sure that your pockets are lined. There's no way you can come selling her fake dreams and then blaming her it's her fault. Either your pockets are aligned or you tell her the truth and she accepts you for you.
See, just like this, yes. My take on this, yes. See, Max, you have to look at it like this. If a girl was saying that she like a guy that would jump from 10-story building with their head straight to the floor, and you not do it, would you blame the girl for it?
And I do it.
You do it because the girl says she like guys that want to jump from 10-story.
Why will I move to that kind of girl in the first place? I wouldn't.
So what I'm trying to say, yeah. Now you're saying the girl wants X, Y, Z. See, because
what I'm saying that, I mean, I think the reason some of the guys lie to this girl. That's what it is.
I get where you're coming from, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know me.
You know, some guys are stupid. You know what I mean? They don't care.
I'm not the bias here, but this is it, yeah. You have to look at it like this. Mm-hmm. The reason sometimes, yeah, the reason girls are adamant with wanting certain things is because guys already put it that they can afford those certain things. Do you know how many girls are very unrealistic in their expectation because they see guys that go like, oh yeah, we can afford blah, 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 front star boys. They see all these things. If it's not you, yeah, like save yourself.
You. As in,
I know.
This is how you then sell her dreams, and then when you get married to her, you then go and frustrate someone's child.
There was a girl, yeah. Said to one, she said, oh, she won blah, 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 blah. You know that show boy. Said to the boy, she wanted it. Show boy left the game. This is like many years ago. Moved on. You know, what she was expecting then, because she didn't get it, she had to bring her level down. But if you keep saying, oh, yeah, we can do this, she's going to think that, oh, it's realistic what she's asking for. She can't say. That's why I say sometimes, yeah, girls are asking this. So it's like a revolving door. Girls are asking it because guys act like they can do it. And guys are not doing it because girls are asking it.
Asking for it.
We have to each take responsibility
of our... give yourself a horn.
The horn is coming.
Don't encourage him, please. Don't encourage that horn for him.
Oh my God.
Philosophic of the people cry when we call one is needed. Relax. But anyway, like I was saying, we both have to take accountability of our action. Accountability is key, yeah? If you're going to lie to a girl, yeah, because you feel she led you on, she wanted this. Now, when she turned around and said, this is not what she wants, you can't complain. One, you lied. She didn't force you to lie. She said this is her standard. If you cannot afford that standard, that's why I keep saying, move on. They know they hold you. You're pretty good. They glue to the place. You are free to move on. Now, if she keeps searching for that and she cannot get it, she will either maybe die single or she will come down to the level. And if you are still single at that time, she can come back and tropical ginger. But at this time, no, I'm sorry. You cannot blame somebody for an action that you took with your own koro eye. You lied to her. Look, if you went to court, yeah, they say you lied. You cannot come and say, it's what she expected me to do. And so what? If I expect you to thief,
that's the movement of enemy of progress. So I'll say that honestly. Honestly, that's a movement for enemy of progress. Seriously. Honestly.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna be a little bit, because I'm hearing a lot on the guys and the guys and the guys. But what I'm gonna say, firstly, Mickey, I hear what you're saying. Basically, Mickey, you're giving us a really harsh truth, harsh reality of how.
Nobody wants to believe it. Nobody wants to believe it.
No, hold on.
I say the way it is.
Hold on. I hear what you're saying. I don't agree with it. Okay, I don't agree with it. But unfortunately, that is a harsh reality, how it is for some people, not all. What I will also say is there are women, and us women, young girls had to take responsibility as well. There are young women, okay, or whoever, they have, because I've seen it myself, many women who want to live a champagne lifestyle on a beer budget. It doesn't work. You can't do that. So you want to try and package yourself as being something. So you say, yeah, I want to go for this particular guy, or you'll go for a guy who's maybe 15 years, how many years older, and you purposely will step into, it's like the goat stepping in purposely into the lion's den, knowing that they want that particular. There are many girls who do that, and when they do that, it's hard for me as a woman to sympathize, because you're putting yourself in that position, but you're purposely saying, I want to go for that guy, that guy has this and whatever. So they go with it, they enjoy it, but then when the guy says, this is what I want, or whatever, then they complain. And then I'm like, hold on for a minute.
Thank you. Probably I didn't put my statement away, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. But nobody.
Yeah. No.
You guys is harsh.
I haven't landed yet, guys. I haven't landed yet. Please, I beg people. Right. So, okay. So basically, there are women who do that, and there are young girls who do that, and I see that a lot of the time. And I think us as women, we have to take responsibility for ourselves and for our actions.
Exactly.
We just because you may see someone and be attracted to it and think, there's that guy in the Muscat, he's looking all good and buff and whatever. But yeah, you want to step to him, but this is the same guy who if you're seeing those red flags already in that guy and his behavior or how he's acting, then you as a woman, you reposition yourself. Don't keep on going in that particular direction, because I'm not gonna lie, there are some women who are like, well, he can be seen, but so long as it doesn't affect me, I'm good. So long as he's buying me Gucci bags and whatever, or actually, I don't know why we keep mentioning Gucci, but Louis V or whatever. So long as he's doing this, I'm fine to, do whatever. But when he comes to collect, then suddenly it's an issue. No, you knew what you were getting into. He was switching you up. You knew this.
Exactly.
So therefore, in that respect, you as a woman should be like, hold on for a minute. Yes, he may be whatever, but I don't want to, I'm not going to embroil myself in that, because somewhere there's going to have to be a give and take somewhere. But there are a lot of people who are very impressionable. Maybe it's because of their upbringing, maybe because growing up they didn't have certain things, so they seek to try and find this out of particular men. Maybe they had an unhealthy relationship with the male people in their family, and so they are attracted to a particular person. Unfortunately, that does happen with some women. It's not all, but it does happen with some women. And I think, there are men who are doing really bad. I think it's both sides. We have to kind of like look at things from equal point. We can't just say it's all the men, can't say it's all the women. We have to be accountable on both sides.
I'm glad somebody get my point.
I just want to
ask you and Lou one question, yeah? Say a woman, because the reason I want to ask you this is because I want to look at it like, it depends also, there's difference between what I expect in general, so it's like my criteria, and what I want you to become, yeah? Now, a woman just want, say, like a woman says, I want guy, because like Lou said, I want guys that are 30.
Not me or some women.
That are 36 years old maximum, yeah? You are 45. You now lie and say, hey, I'm 35 or something. And then she now goes, she now find out tomorrow that you are 45. And she turns around and deck you and break your nose. Would you say she's wrong?
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Don't fire him for lying. He's not wrong.
No, she's not wrong. She lied.
That's what I'm saying. You have to take.
Yeah. She's not wrong. If she wants to throw a super bottle at him, she's not wrong because you lied. I'm not promoting violence, but she's not wrong for her actions.
But the reason I asked that question is because if she knew that she knew that you, for example, now obviously I can't use that age again, but say she knew that you were a fraudster, she started dating you. Yeah, she said, "I want you to present," and she knows that you're not gonna be. You don't want to live fraud. Fraud is where you want to die put. And she now said, "I want you to act like you're a banker." And then you start to say, "Okay, I'm a banker." And tomorrow now, maybe our friend, they'll say, "But your boy I think he's not a banker." And she now say, "Oh," she knew before she made that. I said, what she expects, period, what is her criteria, and what she wants you to change to. As long as she's not making you do anything. My guy, forget that thing, man.
No, but I think it's in that
criteria. But let me give myself Honsha. I like it. Okay, if I can something fine, can you go on?
I want to say, like, you know, with the rise of like social media and everyone like pretending to be something that they're not, just to portray an image or a certain lifestyle, you know, it's harder for people to actually get to know the real person behind the image that they see.
100%.
So for me, one of my like absolute non-negotiable is like fakery. You know, I like real. I like people keeping it real. I like people being who they are. You know, don't be apologetic
God bless
for
this
who
guy.
you are. You know, you shouldn't have to change for anything. You shouldn't pose.
So you're fine. How do you know who is fake and who is real?
You don't. That's the problem. You have to get to know someone. But you have to be selective about.
Guy, Mekki, he's not supporting what you're saying because being fake and lying.
I know. See, that's why I don't talk in this place.
He's not supporting what you're saying.
He's not supporting what you're saying, guys. He's saying facts.
I'm not saying he's supported. How do you know who is fake and who is real?
It's a simple question. I'll answer.
Yeah, and he has answered it. How do you know? You don't know.
So the question, like, it's simple. You can never know. The only way you can know is getting to know someone, you know. But you have to be selective about the kind of questions you put to them, because someone who's being fake or who's lying will trip up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
they'll always trip up. You have to be smart about that. You know, you should guard your heart, because when that breaks, it's one of those things that's difficult to mend.
Oh, that's so true.
You know,
but it's Mekki. The thing is, what it appears to be that you're saying that's true. That how do you know when someone's being fake or not? What if Anya's saying no? What if Anya's saying is completely different to what you're saying? You're advocating for selling dreams and blaming it on the woman.
I'm not advocating. Listen, I'm gonna wait. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm not advocating. All I said was,
the reality.
Why do guys lie to women?
Maybe it's best to speak for yourself.
No, that's not what it meant.
Listen,
guys, speak for yourself. That's not what Ifeanyi is saying. What
Ifeanyi is saying.
I haven't finished.
I don't think that's what Mekki meant. I was just trying to tell you why guys do their things.
Exactly.
Not necessarily that's why.
Why do guys do this thing?
We had already given you an answer to the question that was posed.
No, but that's not the part when going off of, like, we got that part. I don't know if you remember, but we had already spoken and we had already agreed that women play into the part, and women women kind of like influence men lying. We get that. We've got to that point. We spoke about that before Mekki reinforced his opinion on it. I think the issue here is the fact that he's actually blaming the women for the reason men lie. That's what's rubbing you wrong. That women influence. Yeah, it's different saying women influence. We've already said that, and we agreed with that. Omalacha even said that. Omalacha even said that women influence men. She agreed with that, you know. But what Mekki said is he started saying that. He started with what we had spoken about and what we had agreed with, and then he now said that women are to be blamed. That's different. You cannot compare us saying women are a reason, like they influence lying, and then saying but we have to blame the women. It's the women's fault. That's exactly the word.
So I think, okay, I get what you mean, Cassandra. A lot of guys are insecure based on how women are kind of strong. I've sort of like been in that position before. So when we used to have our restaurant, a lot of guys come in there. A lot of guys would want to talk to me, but they feel like they're not up to par. And then they have to like either buy a lot of things in our restaurant for them to try to get me to look at them, but I still don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think based on how we sort of present ourselves makes them a bit insecure and want to try harder. But I think it's a personality thing. They need to sort of like deal with, not necessarily our fault.
Yeah.
You cannot blame your insecurity on somebody else. One.
Yeah, don't blame.
That's what I said.
Okay, that guy has come. Come now, eh?
No way. No, he's reinforced.
You're agreeing.
That guy has come. He has spent 200 pounds, for example, and he wanted to buy just rice of 10 pounds. He has not spent 200 pounds. It now goes, you not give him number, he no get, no, he no get, zero, he no get. He now goes home. He now look at his bank account. His bank account is looking depressed. Who is he not going to blame?
That's his own fault. That's his own fault that he's forfeited his
fault.
rent. Because it's not the girl's fault, it's his fault because he's used his rent money to go and impress someone that didn't notice him.
This goes to something I hate here, expecting girls to bring their standard down. As I keep saying, go for who's your standard. People to bring their standard down because of to come to your level. No. If the person not do your standard, my guy, if not pure water,
go
home. On your way, you might see somebody begging, trying to buy pure water. Toast the babe by buying pure water by the roadside. It's your standard.
Simple.
Because you're not going to do past yourself. You're not going to be blaming the woman and say, no, let's keep it realistic. Let's be realistic. That's my own thing, Sha. I will still give myself horn because I know myself.
Someone take this horn from Igwe, please. Someone take this horn from Igwe.
No, honestly, guys, what I was saying was like with the rise of social media, you know, it's made it harder and made it easier for people to feel disconnected. And the easiest way to feel connected is that little bit of self-gratification you get from how many likes you have, which then motivates people to try and be more fake, I guess, you know, try and, you know, put more effort into being someone or something that they're not, but they know that they'll get more likes, you know, or attention from the opposite sex or whichever gender they're attracted to. So, and it's the same thing, like even with dating now, and I feel like a lot of people have misconceptions on what dating is and what they should actually be looking for when they're dating and the signs, you know, because like to answer Miss Meki's question, you know, when you're dating someone, you will be, if you're clear about what you want and honest to yourself, you should be able to pose questions or, you know, see how your social interactions with that person evolves over time and be able to gauge, you know, the kind of person that they are. And so in terms of whether someone lies to you, there's also an element of choice on your part, whether you ignore those signs like a lot of people do.
Exactly.
So for me, my question is like, what's all your take on the whole, you know, social media and how it's influencing people?
I love social media in terms of business-wise. I just feel like everybody needs to take accountability for the part they play in terms of the negativity, especially that social media can cause, if that makes sense. I feel like you really have to kind of look deep within, because even though sometimes, especially on social media, people portray this lifestyle, I feel like you need to push that aside and not look at that they're out of view or what they're showing in terms of financially or the kind of life they're showing, and really get to know that person for who they are. Because sometimes you may find that person that may come off like they have everything, sometimes it's not that they necessarily do, and it's not like they're trying to portray that lifestyle. It's just that maybe they take a picture a certain way, or they flash one bag, and automatically everyone assumes that she or he lives this kind of big life. So I feel like sometimes you kind of need to put that social media personality behind you and really look and deep dive into the person's personality, and not just kind of look at her for how she or he is on social media and just roll from there, really.
So I think what someone said is that what's it called? Nobody's gonna put their tears or their failures on social media. They will always put a happy go-to, and social media is basically all lies. And if you're using that as your truth, then you probably have a problem. You can appreciate what you see, but don't let that sink into your own views or how you live your life. That's my own take on social media.
I agree.
Don't go to meet your social media crush expecting her to be the way you see her on social media.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't toast babe on top social media, Instagram, and when we saw each other, it was a film trick.
Oh no.
Guy.
I think what we need to also remember is that this isn't the social media of before, when Instagram, for example, just started and people were genuinely just posting their legitimate life, you know. Nowadays, Instagram is monetization. You want to get brand deals. You want to get all those stuff. So you have to portray yourself in order for you to get those brand deals, not necessarily because the person wants you to believe that she lives that kind of life. So I feel like Onyi saying, you can't take social media for face value. You really just can't. You just can't.
You see me,
and I think it goes back to what the initial statement that Ifeanyi made, where regardless of what pictures you put out there, if someone's being fake, there's certain questions you put to them that will trip them up. So in terms of like, if someone can put that there, I'm not sure who it was I said in terms of that no one's gonna put their tears or whatsoever on social media. Sorry?
It was Onyi.
Yeah. So that I agree with, no one's gonna put that. But in terms of like, if you see someone you can admire, but when you talk to them, you're gonna find out that most of the people that's putting out this happy lifestyle, most of them are not living that lifestyle because most of them are depressed in the background. But when you ask them certain questions and when you talk to them about certain things, that you're going to understand that the pictures itself looks are deceiving.
That's why I said to people here, when you date, use your head, not just your emotion.
Yeah.
Because some people, when they date, they don't even talk about trying to get to know the person. It's like, baby, let's go holiday. Baby, let's do this. My baby has 6-pack muscle. Oh yeah, baby, come on, customize.
They're doing it